Hello friends, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel if you're enjoying the instruction that I'm giving you. So today we're going to be talking about martele, what it is, how to recognize it in music, and how to play it. So martele literally means marked. Martele is most often used for accented notes, although it is great just bow control practice as well. Martele is usually marked with a little caret above the note, and I will leave a picture of that in the description here below. However, martele does not always have to have that little caret over it. It's kind of like you just have to know when to do it, kind of. If you're playing anything really accented, sforzandos, you're probably going to want to use martele, but it has other applications as well. Now, martele can be performed at any part of the bow with any amount of bow. To perform martele, we are going to start with a lot of weight in our hand. I have a lot of weight in my hand now. As soon as I begin to draw the stroke, I must let all of that weight go. The goal here is to hear a very clear ringing sound. So as you can tell, this stroke creates a pretty strong accent at the very beginning. So let's talk a little bit about how martele and staccato are different, because I feel like they get confused a lot. In martele, you have to have that accent at the beginning. You have to have that weight in your hand, and then you have to let it go. Staccato, you don't need to do any of that. All you have to do is stop your bow. So this is staccato. Not doing anything fancy with my hand, not applying any extra weight. And here's martele. As you could hear, there was a very clear accent at the beginning of my martele strokes and not on my staccato strokes. That is a pretty big difference between the two. Staccato does not necessarily mean accented. I also have a whole video on staccato here on my channel, and I will link that down below. So another issue that arises when we are performing martele is keeping the bow straight, especially when we're using a lot of bow. The martele stroke happens pretty quickly, and we need to make sure that we adjust our bow accordingly so that it stays straight. So for instance, when I go down bow martele, I'm going to need to push my hand out so my bow stays straight. See, my bow stayed pretty straight. And on the up bow, I need to kind of do the opposite. I need to come in with my hand. So as you can tell, I came in. Here, I'll do it again. Down bow, I'm going to push out. Up bow, I'm going to come in. Those are kind of just basic principles on how to get a straight bow. But it must be performed a lot faster here because martele is fast. I feel like a lot of beginners can kind of feel a little bit out of control when they're trying to play martele at the beginning because they have to perform this motion so fast. And so if that's you, I think that's normal. You can start by practicing in smaller bows until you feel really good about that, and then just gradually use more and more bow. A really good exercise for practicing martele is Kreutzer number 7. I will also leave that linked down here below. The key with Kreutzer number 7 is to make sure that you change strings at the end of the stroke. So for example, as you can see, I change strings very, very quickly. So if you're going to start practicing martele, I suggest beginning by just playing small bows, making sure you have a lot of weight in your hand at the beginning and then releasing it. You should hear kind of a pop and accent at the beginning. Once you feel good about that, you can start increasing the bow until you're using your whole bow. You should hear a very clear ringing sound, and your bow should remain straight at all times. So that's everything you need to know about martele. What it is, how to recognize it in music, and how to play it. Please let me know if you have any questions about Martele down in the comments below. I will be sure to get back to you. And thank you so much for watching.